Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Vinyl with Taste. And in this episode, we're going to be talking. This is like basically part two of the first wave of punk music. And if you missed part one, go back in an episode and check it out because there's a lot of gems in that one.
How you doing?
So I am over at Neil's house today, and so I brought some stuff from my house and
Bunch of Midwest emo.
yeah,
I
a bunch
see.
of Midwest emo, Sunny Day Real Estate, and all that. No,
See now we can talk about bands.
yeah.
American football. That's a weird name for a band.
Is that a band?
That's what he said. Yeah,
Wow, I'm out of it. I never heard of that in my life.
and that's not even new.
Right.
So 20 years old or
So it's stuff that like 35-year-olds listen to, right?
some maybe.
Well, I'm 45, so.
Well, so you'd be more like the Fugazi and the. That's the only emo band I know, so I keep like bringing it up.
Oh, okay, yeah. The whole Discord label was the start of that, wasn't it? With the Rites of Spring and all that. But yeah, for this episode in first wave punk, first one up is I wanted to show you my best of Johnny Moped, basically the best of Johnny Moped.
That's a good one. That's all you really need, really. Okay, it's a monster. It's got like fucking 20, 30, nearly 30 songs.
It does. It's got a bunch of live. It's got the singles, No One, VD Boiler, Panic Button.
I must have been 16 when I got that collection, and that's all I had for years.
Oh, no kidding.
It's just that CD.
I really like Darling, Let's Have Another Baby.
That's all like Midwest emo sounding.
Right.
So I'm just kidding. Most people don't know this, but that's what influenced the Midwest emo scene.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
Me neither.
But yeah, I guess Moped's still kicking these days, so
Yeah.
he's still playing.
Yeah.
And I guess Neil told me right before we started filming, he just lost his original drummer.
Original drummer.
Yeah.
Now, didn't somebody in the band kill themselves?
I didn't know about that.
Okay, well, somebody in the band killed themselves, so.
Oh, wow.
It was okay. Look, Slimy Toad's still with him.
Oh, good. Okay, so the guitar player is Slimy Toad, and I really like his guitar playing.
So man, it was almost a full original band.
What is that?
This is the newest one.
Okay, so this is Moped now?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, here's a looker. Guess he doesn't drink enough to get cirrhosis. Blue vinyl.
Nice. Lurigate
He's
your
smoking,
mind.
too. He's smoking.
Well, he didn't age too badly, I have to admit.
No, I mean he's got to be. They started in the mid 1970s.
Oh yeah.
That's going in the one that they put out before that, which I was apprehensive to, because a lot of newer bands get back together. It's not the same, and it's But I jumped into it.
Ooh, it's real cool, baby.
Yeah. He's a real looker. Somebody's grandpa.
Yeah. I saw a video of him, I don't know, a few years back where he was singing Darling, Let's Have Another Baby to his wife. Same wife he's had, all these years. Gosh, she looks like 10 years older than he does.
Yeah, she's in in the gatefolds. Like you could see her.
Oh, okay.
Maybe this one. It's probably the other one because that's how it would go. Yeah. No, wait. Is that her right there?
No, I don't think so.
Well, that's a woman. We can both agree on that, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it is.
I think it is.
All right, great.
Yeah, but I'd say that Moped...
The drummer's right there.
Oh, okay. I'd say Johnny Moped is really one of the underrated first wave British punk artists. You don't hear a lot of talk about Moped in the States. And in fact, I don't know if he's ever toured the States.
You don't know.
Like everybody else did. I don't think he ever did. If he did, he's never come under my radar, so. But I would love to see that. That'd be great. Up next, another British band that I really like, the Lurkers. This is a compilation called Greatest Hit Lurkers, and it's got a lot of classics on it, like I'm on Heat, and I like Little Old Wine Drinker Me. That's a good song. That's a good movie. I like their cover of Pills by New York Dolls on this.
I don't think I've heard that track.
And the only complaint I have about this album is that they redid Shadow. Their original single was Shadow with Love Story. Love Story's on here, but they re-recorded Shadow.
That's such a strange thing to do.
Yeah, and of course it wasn't as good as the original. Almost never is in punk when they re-record something.
No.
But yeah, this is a really good album, and this is one that my son, he was probably 7 years old at the time. He loved every song.
So since we're talking about the Lurkers,
pull it out. Is that
that's
Full and Fallout?
Tight in there. Pull out a couple things too, because I don't want to keep. Yep.
Full and Fallout.
You remember that?
That was an album that actually came out at the time. So
26 tracks. Crazy.
Well, they put a lot of bonus material on that one.
Talk about a couple things real quick. The Runaways, I just want to mention it.
Sure.
Runaways. And you know what? As much into Joan Jett as I was in the 90s.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, you were totally into Joan Jett.
Well, I mean, I still am,
Okay.
but getting this CD, and I had plans when I first got this. I was really young when I got this. There's no date on here for reference. But I was like, I'm going to get all of them, because there's 2 or 3 albums. And then there's a live.
What is that? The self-titled? Is it their debut album?
Yeah, it's the first one.
Oh, okay.
And for some reason, I never finished the collection. I was I got the first one, and I'm I'm going, and then I veered.
Yeah.
Into something else.
As part of my ignorance, because I don't know, but is Cherry Bomb on that one?
Yeah.
That was on the first one, huh?
Yeah, first track. Let me. Do you want to get into a Peel Sessions talk?
Okay, yeah, sure. So, a lot of people know that John Peel recorded. Well, I don't know if he recorded every band that came on the show, but he recorded a number of them.
He recorded a lot,
and a lot of those
including
albums went for a lot of money in the 1980s in record stores. So you'd see the Damned, the Peel Sessions, it'd have 4 songs on it, and they'd sell it for $25, that kind of thing, because it was an import. But by the time the mid 90s rolled around, you could get the Peel Sessions, a lot of these things on cassette. So I brought over some of my Peel Session cassettes. The cassettes were arguably better than the vinyl because, in cases like the Damned or the Slits, when they did the Peel Sessions, the vinyl would only have 2 or 4 songs, whereas the tapes or the CDs would have, be able to cram all the Peel Sessions together onto one. So here's one. Here's the Slits one, which I have on cassette. Neil has on CD, and together they comprise the best, the most punk that the Slits ever sounded. And after that, the album Cut, I think, was the first thing that came out after that, and they completely changed their sound and to the white reggae thing that they were doing.
They really worked hard to change that sound.
Yeah. Now here's another one where I have the cassette and Neil has the CD for the Susie Peel Sessions, which are fucking awesome. Excuse my language. I really like it. Most of the material comes from what became part of our first album, The Scream.
Scream is good.
I love Love and Avoid. I love Suburban Relapse. I really like Helter Skelter. I covered Helter Skelter.
Which is on the first album, but it's just so raw, on the Peel Sessions version of it.
Here's some more Peel Session stuff. I got the Adverts Peel Session, which is good because it includes one of their rarest recordings, which is Quick Step. I've got the Damned.
That's one I have not heard.
That's good. Let me see. Again, this cassette comprises 2 different Peel sessions. And the first.
And the thing is, you've heard of you've heard all the songs, but not like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unrecognizable.
Yeah.
I assume that The Damned is the same, right? Like
Yeah,
unrecognizable, like heavier.
Yeah, this is stuff that
grittier.
ended up in the first and the second album, so it's on Damn 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 and Music for Pleasure, but it's
But a heavier.
live in the studio, live and out of control. Good stuff. I mean, I really like that one. And here's a couple ones that
Is that Peel Sessions?
Oh yeah, this is Peel Sessions of Only Ones, who became, I guess you would say, famous because their song "Another Girl, Another Planet" was used in some kind of MTV reality dating show. It was like Travis Barker and his model girlfriend. Anyway, "Another Girl, Another Planet." A lot of people know that song, but the Only Ones have a lot of good songs besides that. "Why Don't You Kill Yourself," "Lovers of Today." The Only Ones is a good.
So is that heavier? Because a lot of people would argue like their sound really wasn't like.
No, I wouldn't call them a heavy punk band.
I don't know what the Peel Sessions is like. I like the band a lot, but
Yeah, well, if you like the songs that, or know the songs that I mentioned, then you would like this, because it's all in that vein. And the Only Ones, drugs tore them apart. Now, the last little Peel Sessions tape I'll show you is my Adam and the Ants Peel Sessions, which is definitely first wave punk. It's not. He didn't record his first album till later, but this is when he had Jordan managing the band. And in fact, she sings on the opening track.
Before he was separated from his band via.
Yeah, Malcolm McLaren, who took his whole band from him and formed Bow Wow Wow. Yeah. But the songs on Adam and the Ants Peel Sessions, many of them ended up in his first album, Dirk Wears White Socks.
I mean, he was all clothes from sex, everything to a T, man. He loved McLaren and he loved Jordan and he loved that whole thing.
I heard he was obsessed with. He had to buy one of everything they ever sold, which
Malcolm McLaren, when they approached Malcolm McLaren, and Malcolm McLaren was in exile in Paris, and he was back and forth, and he was getting into like African music from Barclay Records, and Barclay Records was trying to get him to do. He was working on another movie, but they wanted Malcolm McLaren to do an album, and he was like, well, he wasn't interested in fooling with Adam and the Ants, but they convinced him, and he felt that the band was progressing, and Adam wasn't.
Oh wow!
So he was like, well, you got to get him out of here, and they all idolized McLaren, all of them.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Adam Ant a few times in the past decade live, and he tells funny stories like about dating Heather Graham was one story he told, because he wrote that song wonderful about her, and he said she never spoke to him since. And he also told a story about McLaren telling him about his first album. He said, oh, this is the album you're supposed to make at the end of your career, it's you're not at the beginning of your career. And so Adam took the advice to heart, and he came back and had the hits that he had.
Didn't they say he's a little loony?
Yeah, he had mental problems that were diagnosed before he was even a star, before he was even a musician. So
I want to show this Slits album because it's heavy as hell, and I got this before the Peel Sessions. 78, January 26, 1978.
Oh, nice. Live at the Guinness Club. I haven't ever heard of that one. I bet it's good though. The material looks heavy. Like it's the punk stuff. So
yeah, it is. All of it is. Yeah, I got that at Noise Pollution in Philly. I don't know if that's South Street, but it's close to hell enough.
Okay. Yeah, I got all my Peel Sessions tapes from a record store called Love Garden in Lawrence, Kansas.
Lawrence, Kansas.
Yeah, which was Lawrence had a couple famous punk venues. The Outback. William Burroughs lived in Lawrence, Kansas at the end of his life. I swear I passed the guy.
In a house built from Sears.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I can't believe you could do that back then.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
I'll let you proceed.
Sure. The next one I'll bring up is first wave punk. How about the first independent punk record ever released? Buzzcocks Spiral Scratch.
Good old Spiral Scratch.
With Howard Devoto on vocals before Pete Shelley. And the whole thing is all over in about 10 minutes, right? 4 songs and the first independent release. Oh, I also brought the Buzzcocks demos, which were recorded before.
Yeah, I got
before Spiral Scratch. This is called Time's Up, and it's probably completely unavailable.
How many tracks are on that?
Let's see. I want to say 10, but I'll tell you. Yeah, 10 songs.
I'll give you a good what, Paul?
The material that went on ended up being on Spiral Scratch is on here, along with songs that they never recorded that are great songs, like Lester Sands' Drop in the Ocean. And a lot of the songs on this demo ended up in their first album, too, with Pete Shelley singing completely different versions.
Pete Shelley's not on that, though, right?
He's on there as a guitar player.
How many songs are on there?
10.
You gotta send me a link to that so I can.
Yeah,
I can
you've got to hear this. This is I would say it's slightly slower.
Hey, well, it's on your
Spiral Scratch, but
it's on your MP3 player.
Yeah.
So I'll just take that tape thing next time I come over and put that on the tape.
Oh, cool.
And that too. Well, I don't know if you could do a tape to tape. Well, actually, that's probably on your MP3 player too, the Adam and the Ant, right?
No, it's because it's a cassette. The only thing I was able to put on there was my CDs.
Well, I'll remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I wanted to show this Only Ones too.
Okay, and I don't even know what that one is.
Darkest Light.
Is that a comp?
Darkness and Light. It's a compilation, but it's all early stuff. You got 78. Well, I guess it goes from 76 to 1980.
Wow.
So yeah, I've never seen this since.
Yeah,
I've
never seen it.
Yeah, that one I've had forever.
Complete BBC recordings.
One of the bands that I got from Sniff and Glue, actually, because they had that big song.
Lovers of Today.
No, not that one.
Another girl.
No. I can tell you because it's on a compilation, and that's how I remember. Here it is. So the big song that I read about in Sniff and Glue was "Oh No." The first track on there. I should have remembered that.
Okay. Wow, I bet that's really good. I bet I'd really like that.
It's heavy, man.
Yeah.
I don't see. I don't think I have that either.
Oh, this one. Okay, so this is there's a couple different versions of the Complete Eater collection, and I have the one called All of Eater, and it's 28 songs, their entire recorded output. All of Eater has got the classics on it, like You and
Why Don't You
I Don't
Get
Need It, Why Don't You Get Raped. I do like that one. Waiting.
Some Lou Reed.
No Brains. Did I say that?
No.
I love No Brains. That was a song that was featured on the punk rock movie Shot by Don Letts, where the 12-year-old drummer gets out from behind the drum kit and starts slashing a pig's head, and then he chuck it in the audience.
I love a good pig head slashing.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but
yeah, but no, I think the record company that my band ended up on, I think they put out some Eater.
What label is that?
Violated Records.
Well, what did they
Division
put out?
3. They put out
some live shit or something?
No, it was an updating of an old Eater song, as I recall.
And so they re-recorded it.
I think so.
I wonder how he got a hold of them. How could you? Because they don't play.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to look it up.
I can't fucking find it.
Well, here's another underrated British punk band like Moped. You just don't hear a lot about in the States.
Yeah.
The Boys. But
they were big.
They were great. I mean, they have out and out classics like Brickfield Nights. I guess that would be the big one that people are familiar with.
I hate it when people are like, oh, let me correct you. They're a pop punk band. No, they weren't. They were a punk band because back then they didn't differentiate any of that shit because all the bands sounded different.
Right. And
so they weren't a pop punk band.
No,
I guess they would be by today's standards, but it wasn't today back in 76 and 77.
I agree completely. This is, these are punk classics, I'm going to be sick on you, tumble with me, I don't care. The whole wide effing world is turning gray, no money. I mean, God, the first album by itself is great. And the second album runs it real close. I really like Backstage Pass.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like Soda Jerkin.
It's like a punk rock song about groupies.
That's my pick, Soda Jerkin. Good old Soda Jerkin. Jerking off in that soda.
I don't think that's on here, Neil.
Is it, really? Yeah. Soda pressing. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Soda pressing. You know, I can't find my eater for some reason. But...
Well, that's not good.
Oh, it's in here.
You have the one with
the big ant
on the cover.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. So now that I've completely lost track of what the hell I was doing to begin with. I was thinking about talking about the Ramones, but I think we should have an episode down the road just about the Ramones.
We could do that.
Just 40 minutes just about all the Ramones albums.
That'd be easy. We can do that.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That band I was talking about, talking to you the other day, the Neon Hearts. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, okay.
That stuff's from, I think, 77 and 78.
This CD's called, or the album's called Popular Music by Neon Hearts.
Yeah, it looks pretty new wavy, but it's heavy, especially the first two singles that are on here.
Wow, it kind of looks like the singer of The Raped.
It does, yeah. But you know why? Bowie worshippers.
Oh.
That's pretty much why. It's a good one. I don't think they lasted long.
What's the song off there that you like?
The highlights. Armchair Thriller, Answers, Venues, and Regulations.
Cool.
See, it's good when you're naming you can't stop yourself from naming half the album. It's a good day.
I got the Drones, another British band. This is from Manchester, England. The Drones, Further Temptation, their first LP. The Drones, again, sometimes overlooked, underrated band. They're just not as famous as, say, the Big Four, the Clash, the Sex Pistols, the Damned.
Yeah. What's up with the blue woman that's on there? Because when they got back together, they recorded an album. They had the blue woman on there, but not.
Yeah, I don't know, but what Neil's referring to is their cover model here.
Yeah, because they've used that before.
I don't know why they did.
Does it mean something?
I don't know. Another band that should come to the States, because I've never heard of them coming to the States.
What does it mean?
Them and the Boys and Moped. God damn it, come to the States.
And the Boys!
Yeah. Did the Boys come to the States? If they did, they came to New York and it was too far.
Couldn't tell you. That is to say, I couldn't smell you.
Well, let me show you this is my...
Which way you pointing that thing?
So this is the Stranglers' first record for Radis Nervegicus, and I guess I got my concert ticket in there, but...
Stranglers, nice.
Yeah. The first LP. The Stranglers have toured America, and I was lucky enough to see them with their new singer, Boz. Anyway.
What's his name?
Boz,
huh?
And he's great.
That's sleek.
Yeah, and the first album's great. Second album's great. I just bought the first one for the First Wave show.
Alright, I wanted to show this one.
Sure.
And I don't remember why. I need to start writing stuff down. I think I'm getting a little touch of dementia. This
Killed by Death 9.
This from because I like the tapeworm. on there because, like, you know how they'll put one song off a 7-inch?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. So I think it makes it unique. That
Break
they
My
actually-
Face.
Yeah, they have a whole Break My Face and Blues for an Insurance Salesman. And they were literally, like, something like, how old are you when you get into high school? 14, 15? That's how old they were.
Oh wow.
And then the Gizmos, that's a really good one. I like that band. Sado Nation, that's a good one. I think that's a little bit, that's later, like latest 70s. You could possibly 79, I think. What else is good in here that I recognize? I think that's it. Panics. Nothing doing a song. Uniforms.
I like the Kill by Death series. There's a lot of good series out there. That's definitely worthwhile.
I tried to
We
look.
covered a lot of that one.
I tried to look up stuff from the label, and there's really nothing else, which is weird, you know.
Yeah.
And you remember this Shielded by Death, busted at the Lit Club.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's also pretty late 70s into the 80s though.
Pajama Slave Dancers. I like them.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard that song though. The White Pigs. Oh, okay. They got a couple Pajama Slave Dancers on here. P. Freeze, Walt Disney, and did end up in their first album, Blood, Sweat, and Beers.
So when did that come out?
Oh gosh, 84.
Late, huh?
Yeah. Anyway, that's some great underground though. Oh, you probably have this one, Neil. The Crossing the Red Sea with the adverts.
Yes.
Do you have that on? You probably have it on vinyl, huh?
No CD.
Oh, you have it on CD?
No.
Yeah.
How many bonus tracks is on that? What copy that you got there? Because they look a little different, but
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just I don't.
1, 2, 3, 4. The singles. Gary Gilmore's Eyes is on here, and Board Angels is on here, and also Safety in Numbers and We Who Wait. So for 4 bonus tracks, this was the 1996 reissue.
Oh yeah.
While Neil's looking, I'm going to switch continents and come to America. I've been doing a lot of Brit stuff for First Wave, but this is some American First Wave. This is one of my valuable records, right? What Is It compilation, which is a compilation of very early punk singles that were put out on the What label. And it's got the Dills doing I Hate the Rich, Neutron Bomb, Not by the Weirdos but by the Controllers. It's got the Controllers doing Killer Queers.
Man.
Killer Queers are on the loose, grab a gun, grab a noose. It's got Don't Talk to Me by the Eyes on there. Autopilot by Chaos. Yeah, this one is way out of print and has been basically replaced by a different compilation. What records has they put out a different I'd say like an updated greatest hits of.
Controllers.
Oh, and you have the CD. Nice. Does it have Killer Queers on it?
Yup. And the Neutron Bomb.
Oh, nice. Definite first wave West Coast punk there.
Kind of went a little hillbilly toward the end though.
This is I don't know if this is a rarity yet, but Flip Side Records put this out, Live at the Mask 1978 Volume 1. There was never a Volume 2.
Is that a Screamer's head on the back?
No, it's got one person from each band. So you got a dude from the Weirdos, Pat Morrison from the Bags, Pat Smear from the Germs, and somebody from the Skulls.
In the middle.
Oh shit, Neil, I'm blind. Screamer's guy is there. And your wife is calling you.
It's okay. She knows what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I got a kink in my neck. Speaking of which,
Well, this has good bag songs on it. If you're a fan of Alex Bag.
Speaking of which, see, they used her again, the blue woman.
Okay, yeah, there she is. Hell, this is the same photo.
Is it?
Yeah.
Maybe they're just trying to like.
It's a different angle or something.
So there's no mistaking, and that ain't nothing early. That's like late-ish
Okay.
recording.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what is this? When did this come out?
Probably late 90s.
Yeah, it's not even trying to tell me the year it came out. So it can like masquerade as like a 77.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. You know that's what they're doing.
Yeah, Captain Oi label.
And they love to do reissues of stuff.
Oh, here we go. This compilation, copyright 1999.
Oh man, really? Like you can't get any more late 90s, can you?
Yeah. Oh, there's your Crossing the Red Sea with adverts.
Yeah, so it's got the bonus tracks are singles and then live. So it's like 25 songs.
Holy cow, when did that one come out?
2002.
Wow, if I just waited like 6 years,
I know, right?
I could have that one. I do have adverts live at the Roxy. It's okay.
The live stuff is Roxy.
Okay, so it's probably.
And I wouldn't say that it's good quality. The live stuff.
Yeah.
Well.
That was pretty good. I went through some stuff there. I think Neil hurt his back though.
Actually, it was my neck.
Oh.
And my back.
The neck and the back.
I'm gonna talk about one more album.
All right. Ooh, I like him.
Yeah, Black Randy.
And the Metro Squad.
See, you know what? This is one thing I hate. I hate the new wave sound, like the Cars and like shit, like the
Really?
Go-Go's. Sounds corny to me.
Well, I really like the Go-Go's, but I'll let you go.
Oh Ricky, you're so fine and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
Like, but here's one, and you know some of the punk bands either if they lasted eventually went new wave. Here's one artist that I wouldn't have minded if he went new wave.
I can't even imagine.
I would have bought it.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't have minded that at all, man. You got to be something special. You know, also Wayne County. If Jane County went new wave, which she never did. She always tried to stay like hard balls of rock.
Yeah.
Even the 90s stuff. But this is a good one. I like the phone call where they're trying to book him with the Go-Go's. And he said he won't play with the Go-Go's, but he'll only play if they get the Mentors there. And they're like, why?
Yeah.
I'm like,
does it have Trouble at the Cup on it?
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
I slept in an arcade and
I Slept in an Arcade is good.
I Want to Be a Narc. Sperm Bank Baby.
Sperm Bank Baby.
Black and Proud is on here. Yeah. Loner with a Boner. Trouble at the Cup. I Want to Be a Narc.
I'm a loner with a boner and I'm gonna telephone her.
I saved up for this record.
Yeah.
Pass the Dust, I Think I'm Bowie. That's just so so making fun of all that. Man.
Nice record. Yeah.
Those teeth.
It came out on CD in the 90s, so I ended up taping it off somebody, and I have a tape copy of that.
Did the CD have all the bonuses on it?
It didn't have the phone call.
I guess this is added for the... Man. Not a real big discography.
No.
You know?
He died young of drugs.
Well, how young?
I don't know.
Well, it had to be... It couldn't be the early 90s because he's talking about the Mentors.
I don't think he made it to the 90s.
So maybe that was from the 80s.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so he's talking about the Mentors and he's talking about also the Go-Go's. So we can date that. That's at least the 80s.
Yeah.
And the late 80s at that. Maybe.
I'm googling Black Randy right now.
I like the Mentors, but I'm not an expert on their material. I have it, but I couldn't tell you where they were fucking born and shit.
He died November 11th, 1988.
What?
Of AIDS.
That is really...
HIV.
I thought
illness.
I would have guessed later. So okay, so it had to be in the 80s. Then that
Yeah.
phone call had to be from the 80s.
Yeah.
Maybe the mid 80s.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this will probably conclude our program
Probably.
for this week. And thanks for joining us for First Wave Punk Round 2. I'm sure there's going to be a Round 3.
Well, they're kind of.
Although we might switch it up next week. You never know.
Maybe.
We do what we want.
We should do that. We should do that because I'm trying to just do the greatest hits, but it's just that there's so freaking much of it. Like,
Yeah.
that's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. It was definitely an exciting time of music that really influenced both of us. You know. So.
All right.
All right. Until next time. Zip Zambowie swoosh.